So him, the accidental gangster. I was going to wait until later to do the show, and as you see, I got no subject. Just me going live today because I got some stories I want to tell you. I want to tell you about the stock market and why prices will never go down to what people think they're going to do pre-pandemic. It's not going to happen. As you can see, I'm all dressed to go out. Look, um, they're doing a lot of work in the building, so the elevators are tied up. So I said, let me do my live show today. Folks, do you know why Trump put the blockade? The real reason why he's got a blockade at the port of Humas. The reason is to destroy Iran's economic abilities. Okay? He wants to do to Iran and to other countries exactly what he did here in the United States. All right? Like it, don't like it? Okay? I don't like it. And I want to thank the two people that are here so far. Okay, let's get rocking and rolling. Uh, like, share, and all that good stuff, folks, and subscribe. Okay, if you haven't already. Okay. You know, people are expecting and hoping and praying for grocery store prices and gas prices to go down. They're not going to go down. Gas prices might after this war is over, but we don't know when that's going to end. Could it be tomorrow? Could it be next year? Could it be another president before it ends? We don't know. And honestly, Trump don't know. You're dealing with people that have been around for thousands of years. You got to understand the Iranian. You got to understand that was Persia before. Okay? Hello, Alyssa. How are you? Thank you for coming, Alyssa. Okay. Have you liked? Have you given me a like yet, Alyssa? Please hit that like button, folks. Okay. I don't like keeping asking you for it, but if I don't ask, you don't receive. So, folks, stock market's going up. Stock market's going up. Most of us here don't give a shit about the stock market. Most of us here are not invested in the stock market. The majority of Americans are not invested in the stock market. But exactly why does it go up? Why does it go down? It's because of the profits the companies are making. Now, the grocery stores drop their prices back to pre-pandemic, they're going to lose a lot of profits. Thus, for the stock market would go down. Now, some of you are probably much smarter at this than I am, okay? And I would appreciate it. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? Because, I'm learning also. Yeah, at 85-year-old, 81 years old, okay? I still learn every day. There's a lot that I don't know and I want to know. So I try to learn, I read, I study, I research things, and so forth. And folks, thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you all for that so much and for hitting that like button. Okay? Uh, okay. Happy birthday to your son, George Floyd. Happy birthday. Uh, I'm getting ready. I'm going to go to grocery stores. I don't know how much money I'm going to spend. I'm only going to buy exactly what I need. Those days of going to grocery store and, oh, this looks good. I think I'll buy it. Those days are gone. Okay? I drive by and I want to thank you all. Hello to everybody here. 999 boys. How are you? Okay? Well, Harry Boss, happy birthday to your son. You didn't leave me his name. Okay? Frank. Hi, Frank. Oh, happy birthday, Frank. Uh, Jen, yeah, old people are buying cat food. Okay? And, I happened to have been in the dollar store a couple of weeks ago, and I see people coming in with their change. Okay? Yeah, they got bags full of change, and that's how they're paying. Not with dollar bills, not with credit cards. All right? Happy birthday to everybody's got birthdays today, folks. Okay? All right? I'm going to have a great day. I'm going to go be live on TikTok with a beautiful girl named Sabrina, okay, who was also in prison. So we're going to have some prison stories. And, I don't want to talk to you about all the negativity that's going on in the world. I want to tell you some stories about me. And, you know, I showed you pictures of Napoleon Bonaparte, my trip to the Vatican, and things like that. Yeah, Ray, they give terrorists, and now they're going to give back. You understand, folks? Let's go back to the economy. We have given almost $200 billion to Ukraine. 200 billion. We've given for 45 billion to Israel. We're spending $2 billion a day for this war. Imagine, imagine, huh? Imagine if they did something for the United States of America. Okay? Imagine you wouldn't have no roads with holes and bumps. All bridges would be fixed. There's so much that needs to be done. And now, what do we have? A population, I think it's 350 million people. Huh? Huh? Don't you think? Look at if they gave $1 million to every citizen of the United States, that's only 350 million. It's only 350 million. It's not even $1 billion. Okay? Not even $1 billion. They don't have to give us a million a month. They could. Okay? They sorry, folks. People have been going back and forth with this company, and we keep missing each other. All right? Oh, Harry, you would rob everybody? Harry, I bet you wouldn't know what to do with $1 million. But folks, I'm going to give you a little fact. If the government tomorrow distributed the wealth evenly amongst everybody within 6 months, 6 months, it would be back in the hands of the people who have it. You hear me? 6 months. If they made everybody equal tomorrow morning, within 6 months, everybody's got the money now would have it all back. You know why? And this is what our government depends on. This is why Trump said, I like uneducated people. Because they don't know what to do with the money. Okay. They don't know what to do, how to handle it. Yeah, they'll get $1 million. They'll go out and buy a Rolls Royce. Okay, they'll do this and that. Be all the glamour stuff because they don't know about money. And they don't teach that in school. They should teach how to handle money. Huh? Huh? They should. They should teach it in schools. No, folks, I was telling people a story. If you go and look at the comments, okay, uh, in Paris, France, there's a place called the Crazy Horse. Now, it's not what you call a strip club, okay? It's a form of burlesque, but a little bit better. And it was the gentleman who started that, his name was Bernardin, okay? Who I met when I was in Paris. Now, how he started the Crazy Horse, okay, because this guy was in and out of a lot of business and couldn't make it. But he ran into Bing Crosby and they were having a drink one night, uh, and Bing Crosby was telling him about burlesque here in the United States. And he took burlesque and he refined it. I mean, the girls had to be a certain weight and all this stuff. And he had a great club. And the reason he wanted to meet me was because he wanted to open up in Las Vegas. But in Las Vegas, there was a Crazy Horse, okay, which was a strip club owned by friends of mine, okay, guys in organized crime. And anyways, I had lunch with him at this restaurant in Paris, and it was, I can't, best meal I ever had in my life, I got to tell you. Okay. And people were there with their dogs. They had a wine cellar. Okay. Huh? They had a wine cellar you wouldn't believe. And the cheeses out of this world. And I wanted to share that with you. Huh? Thank you, underrated good God. I appreciate that. Huh? Well, if I sound like Sylvester Stallone, okay. I got nothing wrong with that there. Okay. Miss Beaches, can I adopt you? Folks, I'm 81 years old. When you get to be old, you see one doctor, you end up in the hospital, and they got you seeing 20 other doctors. and you end up spending all your time visiting doctors. And I finally said, hey, screw all this shit. Okay? What am I going to see? Doctors until I die? Okay, just let me die. Let me die peacefully. I wouldn't mind. Okay? Because the way this world is going, what's happening, social media is ruining this country, ruining the world because people don't communicate no more. Okay? Yeah, people don't know how to communicate. And folks, come on, let's hit that like button, okay? If you're here watching, hit the freaking like button, okay? All right, you could do that there. All right. Do I feel my age? No, not really. Okay, in my head, I think I'm younger. Okay, all right. Uh, in my head, I think I'm younger, but gotta be honest, the body tells you differently. Okay, I'm going to go out and take a walk. All right, I'm going to start walking again. All right, I'm going to be taking you folks on when the weather gets a little bit warmer. We're having a little, our weather's going back and forth over here. Okay, so when it gets a little bit warmer, I'm going to be taking you folks on walks on streets in Beverly Hills that I haven't taken you to and show you things that you haven't seen. Okay? Oh, Harry, I hope I'm immortal. Oh, I am Walker. Do I make money on YouTube? No, I don't. No, I don't. I can't figure it out. No, I don't. All right. You got to make $100 in a month before they pay anything. Last month I made zero. I had about $34 that I made that goes over. And now I made about another 30. I'm up to around $60. Okay. I got to get to 100 before I get paid anything. So, no, I don't make any money here. Okay. And, I don't expect to. Okay. And because, they changed the algorithm, they changed the way they pay. YouTube is owned by Google. All right. Uh, on Facebook and Instagram, they did the same thing. They changed one time. I got $250 from Meta, okay, and now I don't get nothing. I'm doing the same things that I was doing before. I'm posting every day. Uh, JMX, tell people whatever you want. Fuck Miami. My career, well, I began my career as an insurance salesman with a Prudential insurance company. Ended up owning my own businesses. Yes, I was the United States government says I was part of the Colombo family. Okay, there is no mafia, folks. Okay, people say there's a mafia. That only comes from the government. All right, they make shit up. What proper food or juices? Oh, how many minutes I need to walk down? You're right, my friend. Exercise, walking is the best thing for you. Okay, and I'm gonna. Normally, I walk 2 miles a day. All right, how many steps is that? I forgot. All right, about how many steps a day do they want us to walk? Does anybody know? Okay, I was married twice. Yes, I was married. Come on, folks, please hit the like button. All right. Help me. They tell me it helps with the algorithm. I don't know if it's true or not true, but if you can do it, please hit like 10,000 steps a day. How many miles is that? All right. And 2 miles is out 10,000 steps. Hmm. Thank you, Shirley, for hitting that like button. And thank you, everybody who's hitting that like button. All right. And keep it going. All right. Keep subscribing. Okay. And thank you for those little symbols and all those things that you give me. Okay. I appreciate everything. And folks, I sincerely, okay, I appreciate all the love and support that you folks give me. And, you know, I did this spur of the moment. All right. I'm tired of talking about the war. All right. And Charlie, people send me gifts, but I don't know what happens with them either. I gotta be honest. All right. Two fighters or any band. Uh, I'm 81 years old. All right. 10,000, but 7 to 8,000 is definitely recommended. 10,000, like 5 miles. 5 miles? No way. I'm gonna have to check it out. All right, after I do this show. All right. Thank you, Lori. I love you too. I am a vet. I served proudly in the United States Army, 1963 to 1966, under General Westmoreland. All right. No, Harry, I didn't go to Coachella. Never been there. I've been to the desert, of course. Okay, but never been to Coachella. All right. Oh, thank you. I need blessing. Mm, mm. Mrs. Peaches, I had a P.O. box. Okay. People want to send me gifts of money. I have a PayPal. Okay. Account is right there in my profile. All right. Oh, Palm Springs. I used to be there every weekend. Oh, it was a great place. I love Palm Springs. There's something about when you leave Los Angeles and drive to Palm Springs. When you get past Riverside, it's like, whew, I mean, the pressure on you, the stress comes right out of your body. I can't explain it. It's the air. The air down there is so much cleaner than here in Los Angeles. It's drier. Uh, 29 pounds. I've been there. Okay. Hello, Javon. I don't have any insider. I invested in this stock twice in my life. I lost both times by people giving me insider information. Huh? Yes, Ian, I live in Los Angeles area here. Palm Springs had a lot of ladies down there. Huh? You heard the story? Oh boy, a lot of great places in Palm Springs. So relaxing. I love it down there. It's just so calm and relaxing. You know, honestly, I should move there. Huh? I should move to Palm Springs. My friend Jimmy Kachi lived there. Jimmy Kachi was the boss of Palm Springs. So he and we bounced around every place down there, and we had some great time. Keep hitting that like button, folks. We're almost to 100. Okay, so if you keep hitting that like and get me to 100, all right, I appreciate it. Lion, you think you forgot me? Who, me? I don't forget nobody. Okay, how you doing, Gold Kazor? Yes, sickening. I have PTSD. You're correct. Huh? I have money. I had money at one time, folks. No, Yes, Millie, you can call me Grandpa. Okay? How old are you, Millie? May I ask? I shouldn't ask a woman how old they are. All right? Huh? Forget about it. I had three children, two boys and a girl. Best thing I ever did in my life. My children are the best. Thank the Lord. I thank the Lord every day. All right? For the things that I'm grateful for. And, first thing I do when I put my feet on the floor, I thank the Lord for another day. All right? My son, I have a son that lives in Florida. 1 week from today, he'll be out here to visit me. And I'm very excited. Excited. All right? Very excited about it. All right? Sheikh Nene, I never answered those questions. I'm sorry. Okay? I did a house tour, Matthias. I live in a one-bedroom apartment in Beverly Hills, California. Come on, folks, hit that like button, okay? Come on. We got 78 people here that liked it so far. And you got a lot of people that had no have respect. They don't know what respect is. And I blame the parents for that there. Uh okay, folks, crowd 12 more likes I need. Get me there. Parents live with their parents mostly. You mean where children live with their parents? Children are living with their parents here in the United States. Or you might be my dad. Do you remember Lauren, 1971, New York City? Harry, you can message me, show me more proof of what you're thinking of. Okay, thank you for those. Hey, I like that there. That's awesome. Okay. Yes, Matthias, you did, and you are respectful. Most of the people here are respectful, but we get those trolls that come in here, okay, and hmm, why don't I live in a house? I don't. I used to own homes when I was first married. My first wife, we had a few homes, beautiful homes. But a lot of work goes into a home. I live in an apartment. If I want to go someplace, I lock my door. I leave. I don't have to worry. Uh, and actually, I'll show you my apartment in a couple of minutes here. Okay? When we get 100 likes, I'll show you my apartment. How's that? All right? And folks, I shouldn't have to ask for people to hit the like button. Okay? I give respect to anybody that I watch, and I watch a lot. I get a lot of things on YouTube, and I give a like to everyone, whether I liked it or not. You know why I give that like? Respect, because they took time to create the content to come and give to you. Oh well, we're at 101. I made a promise, and Ori always does what he says. So I'm going to give you a little tour. All right, to begin with, we're sitting on my couch here. Okay, okay. And then my TV is right there. Okay. This is my living room and dining room combined. You can see that's the chair that I sit in. I watch my TV, my recliner there. Okay, that's my dining room table, but it's also my office. You can see all the paperwork over there. Huh? I'm not shy, folks. Okay? And, you know, this is my kitchen. Whoa. You want to see what I eat? Huh? Look at the garbage I got. All right. Apple turnovers. All right. Raisinets, candy bar. Okay, you see that, folks? Oh, yeah, I like chocolate. Yeah, keep hitting the like button. You got me to 103. Thank you. And have you subscribed. Now we go over here, folks. This is my bedroom. Okay. You can see that my bed is made. Okay. And you can see over here, here is my Bible, Prayer to St. Anthony, a book that I'm reading by Michael Connolly called Nightshade. All right, folks, I tell you, I read. I read. All right. And as you can see, I make my bed first thing when I get up every morning. All right. My father would be proud of me. And this is my bathroom. I showered over here. Okay. So, folks, see? Huh? I said I would show you my apartment, where I live, and I do. Huh? It's a bookshelf. Pictures, my children, my grandchildren. Okay. That was my dog, the best love of my love. My dog Maggie. Okay. I miss her dearly. She died right in my arms. There's a picture of my father. There's a picture, my ex-wife, my grandchildren, me, all right, and my children. And there's me and my daughter on a horse in Central Park. All right, so another piece of artwork that I have over here. Both pieces of artwork are scenes of Paris. All right, and that's my patio out there. Take it out on the patio. First time in my life, I just bought this the other day. I had never owned a cactus plant, but I got tired of I was buying these plants. They kept dying. I only got one. So now I changed it. I got a cactus, and here it is. And I don't know, they say water it once a month. It looks like it needs watering right now. And you can see the sun wants to come out, but we got a breeze coming from the ocean. You see kids riding their bicycles down there on the street. And but the sun feels good hitting on my head here. Thank you, Matthias. All right, so I hope I answered. If you own a house, you got to have a garden. All right, you got so many upkeeps. Me, I got a problem. I call the manager. They take care of it. Simple. So, folks, I'm going to ask you one more time. Please subscribe if you haven't. Okay. Like and share. I think I can go out and take my walk now. God bless you all my love and respect to all of you. Have a great day. Stay happy. Be positive.